I'm going to be reading my dialogues with Muslims. If I do the Muslim side, I'll be doing this side. And when I do mine, I'll be using this side here. Okay. This is for different Muslims. It also... Okay, hi. Sorry, I meant to ignore you because I think this is going to be deleted, so I'll concentrate on you. This resulted when I... oh, hey. Oh, okay. Well, did I? Huh. Oh, this dialogue began when I brought up what I thought Israel should do with being attacked by Muslims. And cause Muslims to start talking. I said this: instead of bombing Muslims that are shooting rockets into Israeli schoolyards and neighborhoods from the very territory, Gaza, Israel traded with Muslims in 2005 in the hopes of achieving peace. Israel needs to make the Kaaba in Mecca its #1 target and to hit it with missiles that contain pig poo, since it's Islam that has Muslims shooting rockets into Israeli neighborhoods due to Muslims believing anything not under Islamic territorial control, Dar al-Islam, as the abode of war, Dar al-Harb. And that got someone attacking me. Oh my gosh. Someone said, now I'll do the Muslim here. His name... So dropping white phosphorus on a fucking hospital while taking out hospital after hospital and school after school, all in the name of taking out Hamas infrastructure. Then, when asked, they've even admitted to these atrocities, saying that in their defense, quote, "We were targeting innocent civilians like the evil Arab terrorists do. We're targeting the infrastructure." As laughable as that is literally their defense, which, for your information, because apparently you seem to be a very confused and underinformed, or more likely you've been so intensely misinformed and deliberately misinformed, like all Americans, Brits, and especially Israelis. And young Israelis are caught. Goldberg, who is a Jew too. So you can't use the anti-Semitism attack in order to discredit him. Was tasked by the UN to investigate 2008 cast-led, and he recorded and verified not only one, but many different specific war crimes in his own words, and had the proof. Sane, non-psychologically racist, nationalist, arrogantly ignorant Zionists, apparently, who seem to have hatred so deep that it blurs any and all logic and verified facts, history, as well as what is moral and what is... And then he goes on and on and on, and I just don't have time to read it, so I didn't say... No, I'm not saying all that. I'm saying that Israel needs to destroy Islam by destroying and defiling the Kaaba, since it's Islam that has Muslims shooting rockets and such into Israeli neighborhoods from the very territory Gaza. Israel traded with them in 2005, and being that it's Islam that has Muslims believing Jews are so evil that Allah will have Jews in hell so Muslims can escape hell, according to the Hadith. Such evil alienated teachings from Muhammad have Muslims in mindless hate and trying to kill Jews, set off bombs and buses and pizza parlors, that instead of destroying and defiling the Kaaba, Israel makes the mistake of using bombs on Muslims who use their women and children as human shields to parade through their streets, to act like they are really anguished over it. And again, it's not Muslims or Israel that are the problem. It's not Muslims and Israel that are the problem. It's Islam, pure and simple. And I got some guy named Tony Stokes saying, Dar al-Islam equals Jerusalem. And mashallah means mashallah. And Nalan Yazmar means silly little boy. My name in this thing is called Nalan Yazmar. And this got Hector Bolshevik talking now. He said, Nalan Yazmar, replace Jews with Aryan and Muslims with Jews, and your argument will echo that of the Nazis. Maybe Adolf Hitler should have been more liberal and just destroyed synagogues. Israel doesn't distinguish Palestinian women and children from militants any more than the Nazis did with Jews and partisans. If Israel is as evil as the taqiyya of Muslims claim, how come Israel doesn't wait for a Hajj, then nuke Mecca? Well, then nuke all the Muslims in Mecca. Then nuke any country that could complain about it. Threatening to nuke all countries if they nuked it, you know? They have such power with their subs, you know. Adam asked question if I ever heard one. It was more of a question with an explanation. Mecca is located in Saudi Arabia, right? One of the region's most important Israel's boss allies. You mean the U.S.'s puppet masters? I'm sure they want to, considering non-Jews today are being deliberately threatened with hate crimes throughout Israel. Don't tell me. Hate crime is setting up checkpoints to make sure some Muslim isn't strapped up with bombs to win virgins. True? Israel may have taken Nazi lessons to heart. You do realize that Hitler was buds with the Grand Mufti and vice versa. Then it was okay. True? But they wouldn't achieve even a fraction of what Hitler did if they took on the world. How come? Are you saying Hitler had nuclear submarines loaded up with the nuclear missiles and torpedoes as well? And then Hector Bolshevik, that's the name of this Muslim who's talking, says, it was more... let's see, do I have... how much time do I have left here? Okay, I'll see. I'll try to finish it here. No, I'll continue here. Yeah. It was more you're talking out of your ass. Well, two. One, it was more you're talking out of your ass. Well, two. A hate crime is keeping people in a large ghetto on their own land and making sure they stay there. When those people tried to set off bombs in pizza parlors and dress up like rabbis and pregnant women before blowing up city buses or shoot people in their homes so walls have to be set up, well, whose fault is it to breed like rats in ghettos to help fester the hate toward Israel? The Nazis did the same thing, thought it protected Christians. Never heard of Corrie ten Boom? Hate crimes are thugs assaulting other homes are different. If so, then I bet you aren't a big fan of the, quote, clear signs. True? After all, it's the Quran that says non-Muslims are the worst of creation and Jews and Christians are to go to hell for Muslims, even though Muslims will have sins, quote, as heavy as mountains. As Israel's state-sponsored thugs are doing right now, if bombs were set off in your buses and rockets from the if bombs were set off in your buses and rockets fired from the very territory of Gaza you traded in the hopes of achieving peace, and Palestinian Muslims were having Muslim Mickey Mouses in quote in the kiddie show, the Palestinian kiddie show called Tomorrow's Pioneers, telling young minds to grow up and kill you for Allah. Well, how could you not be seen as, thuggish? I see you believe the taqiyya of those who would brainwash children like that. How come? And the Nazis were friends with the Zionists. False. For the Grand Mufti was very anti-Jewish and would never have allowed for a Jewish state in Dar al-Islam, providing them with lists of Jews unworthy to be sent to the Holy Land. How do you know? But we know the Israeli logic. Never again unless we do it. Oh? Where are the gas chambers and ovens in Israel? Or are checkpoints and walls, gas chambers and ovens to you? 4. The Nazis are the best army in the world at the time. Israel without the USA is nothing. No, Israel without Adonai is nothing.